Alrighty, welcome to this video where I'm going to outline what we think you are supposed to do for your art, music, imagination unit. So as you can see, this is your title slide that will include your title, your name, and your grade in class. For your name, only put your first name in case we put this up on the web to share it. You also will use the camera to take a photo of yourself or have a friend take a photo. I just took a picture of my family here and inserted it. The second slide, you will insert your artwork that you will download from your drive. You will also go to your drive to download the music, the audio that you recorded. And what happens here is you push the record button just like I've done right here. Then you use the, in fact let me draw it, the hand tool, and you come over and click on your sound file and click play, and it's you're quiet while it records. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of it. Alright, just to let you know, I just grabbed that sound file and I grabbed the art. They're not connected. So that should have recorded right there. Then you just stop the recording for this page. I'll go ahead and stop. On this page you're to draw a Venn diagram with one side is, and it's nice to add information as you talk. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Art, music. And in the middle, this is where you're going to share information where they converge, where they come together, and you can explain how you connected the art and the music in your project. What we have here are a few of the questions that your language teachers provided. I'm not sure whether they're going to want you to type them up or just answer them. We'll have to find out more about that. But this could be a page where you work to answer some of these questions, and these are pretty powerful questions. Let's take a look. Like number 4, what does your sound in your drawing represent? You really need to think about these questions ahead of time, plan, and I would write them down, and then you can record them. What's so important about this video is we want you to follow the directions, but we also want you to be creative. For example, let's say I'm now going to answer number 4. Yeah, go ahead and circle it. And remember that you can pause and then start recording again. I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to push pause, and I'm picking up again with my recording right here on the same slide. So let's say I'm going to do number 6 now. What do you want the sound to represent to the viewer? And you're going to answer that question. I hope that makes sense. Alright, so this, when we look at the directions, this slide is supposed to be all about music. And I just wrote music, and maybe you can be creative and put musical notes or whatever comes to mind. You need to have something that's visual for your listeners, or you really work to answer the question, explain what happened in music. That's not so much a question, but more a direction. So guess what? You're going to do the same thing for art. Explain what you did in art. What was the process that you went through to create your art, with the understanding that it needs to connect to the music. Alright, now we're going to look at your language class. And what it says here is explain what happened in language class. Show examples of your drafts and revisions and editing. So what comes to mind there for me is, if it's a Google Doc where you did your draft, you can always do a screen capture of it, and that turns into a picture, and then you upload it to your drive. The other thing you can do if it's printed out is you can just take a picture of it, and you can put that in right here as well. And I'm guessing for these slides, you can do more than one slide for each of these topics if you have a lot of information that you want to share. So here we are, just like in an essay, you need a conclusion that wraps everything together. It's your kind of wrap-up. So really think of going back and reviewing the whole process. But what's nice with a good conclusion is you share some new information, just kind of that brain pop something different than what you've said, a big learning point that you've learned through the process. Once you complete your project, you're going to export it to your Google Drive account. And even though it's not going to show in the video, it's the second button that has the little play symbol and then an arrow pointing upward. And I'm going to teach you how to do that so that you can have it in Drive and then share it with your parents and share it with your teachers.